Hello everyone, welcome to the tutorials. Okay, what is this tutorial all about? This tutorial is on one of the world's best programming language that is ruling the market from last 2 decades. Which is that programming language? That programming language is only called as Java programming. Great, sir. We are going to learn Java? Yes. Okay, so what will be there in the first class? In the first class, let's start with the basic most things. When I say the basic most thing, what will be the basic most thing? The basic most thing that we have to learn in any of the programming language is the variables. The concept of variables. Now, well before we start with the concept of variables, let me ask you one simple question. What is a variable? I want an English meaning of variable. Not a technical meaning, I want an English meaning of variable. Most of them would have guessed it right. Variable means something that keeps on varying, that keeps on changing. That is what we call it as a variable. But in technical terms, what do you mean by variable? In technical terms, a variable happens to be a memory location. It is a storage space for storing your data. I hope I am completely clear with this. I repeat it again. So the storage space for storing the data is what we call it as a variable. Now, what are the different types of variables that is there in Java? There are 3 important categories of variables. The first type of variable is called as the local variable. The second type of variable, we call it as the instance variable. And the third type of variable, we call it as the static variable. Okay, so what is this local variable? What is this static variable? What is this instance variable? Every single thing in depth we are going to understand here. Let's quickly dig into this concept of variables and start understanding them. Now, the first category of variable that we are going to study is the concept of local variables. In order to understand this concept of local variables, what we will do is we will start performing one operation called as addition operation. A very basic most operation. In order to perform addition, I need 2 datas. The 2 datas I am going to store it inside one memory space. What is that memory space? That is only your variable. I will consider variable A, which is containing the data 10. I'll consider variable B, which is containing data 20. Now, as I told you, I'm going to perform what? An addition of 2 numbers. When I'm performing addition of 2 numbers, which are those 2 numbers? 10 and 20. Where is 10 and 20 present? It is present inside A and B. Now, what I should be doing? I should be adding A and B together. So now I will be telling it as A plus B. Now, that will be giving me one result that is also having one data. So I will be telling that memory as C. The data is going to get stored inside the C variable. Now, A plus B is what you see on your screen. But what does A contain? 10. Look at that. What does B contain? 20. Look at that. Now, 10 plus 20, you know the result. What is the result? That is 30. So this is the way in the memory it happens. Now, if I have to represent it in terms of program, what should I be doing? I should be writing my Java code. So my Java program always begins with a class. I'm going to consider this class here. You can see the name of the class is called as calculator, inside which I'm going to have my main function like this. Inside the main function, I'm going to add my variables A and B. Now, A and B is containing what data? 10 and 20. That is what you can see there. What is the resultant? I want to perform addition, that is A plus B, like this. Where is it getting stored? You see that it is getting stored in C. I'm going to take C and assign it to that. Now, what is that I want to do? I want to print the result. In Java, we use the system.out.println statement like this to print the value of C. You see three variables here, A, B and C, which is associated with the term int, and int. What is that int, and int? It is telling that look boss, whatever this variable you have created, it is going to contain the data which is of the type integer. In fact, I want you guys to remember this note here. What is that note? Any variable will always be associated with a data type. Now, since I am creating three variables A, B and C here, where is A, B and C present? It is present inside your function. Which function? The main function. Any variable which is present inside a function, what do we call it as? We call it as the local variable. It is going to be local for that particular function. The advantage of having local variables is that whatever memory you have created here, once the execution of this program is completed, these memories will get deleted like this. See? So this is the beauty of the variables. That is local variables in fact. So the output of this program, you already know, this is your output. So the definition is here. I hope you have got the clarity about this concept of local variables. Next, we might have to look into another type of variable called as instance variable, which we will be looking at in the next video. Thank you so much.